What's up guys? If you've been a subscriber for a while, you'll know that we have a bunch of home theater related videos on the channel. Well, today we have something more music oriented. We have Marantz's flagship integrated amplifier, the PM10. If you consider yourself an audiophile, you may want to give this thing a listen. So let's get this unboxed and go over some specs. But before we dive in, I'm Shane and welcome to Spare Change. Here on the channel, we cover all things we love about audio and video, new tech, and movies. So if it's your first time here, consider hitting that subscribe button. Now, let's get it unboxed. Inside, we get the PM10, and it's heavy, weighing 46 pounds. There's a separate box containing the manuals and warranty information. And one of the better feeling remotes I've ever held. It feels like metal and has a pretty decent weight to it. The PM10 is part of Marantz's reference line. Its build quality is top-notch. It's constructed with a double-layered copper-plated chassis and thick non-magnetic aluminum panels. It's probably bulletproof too. This has the signature Marantz curved front fascia with controls for input on the left and volume on the right. Dead center is the circular LED display along with a 1/4-inch headphone jack and power button. Around back are 2 sets of fully balanced inputs. Underneath those are 4 unbalanced inputs and 1 output. If you want to use this as strictly a power amplifier, there's inputs for that too. For the vinyl lovers out there, there's a moving magnet / moving coil phono input and ground. Now for the speaker connections, Marantz designed their own terminals. They're made from high purity solid copper, and I gotta say, they're extremely premium feeling, unlike some of the cheaper plastic ones you get on receivers. On the right side is a remote connection to link to other Marantz audio sources. There's also a switch on hand that lets you toggle between using the PM10 in stereo mode or biamping. To the right of that is the floating control bus connections, which lets you link 2 PM10s together, making each unit run as a single monaural integrated amp. And of course, there's the power input. The PM10 is a statement piece for Marantz. It's premium quality and has a premium price tag to boot, costing $8,000. Its build quality is even better than their own top-end preamp processor, the AV8805. This was designed to sound like a separate preamp and dual monoblock amplifiers, but all in one chassis. And unlike most integrated amps, the PM10 has separate power supplies for each amplifier channel and preamp section. There's even a separate one for the volume control. This is to make sure there is no unwanted noise contaminating each other. One other important thing to note is this is also a pure analog amplifier, meaning there is no DAC or digital to analog converter in the amp, leaving the PM10 as clean and pure as possible. Pure analog. You want to get the cleanest signal from your source device? Well, this has fully balanced connections from input all the way to the amplifier sections. This thing is taking sound seriously, but how powerful is it? Well, the PM10 is rated at 2x200 watts in an 8 ohm load or 2x400 watts with a 4 ohm load. So this should drive even the most demanding of speakers. And how does it sound? Well, I have these hooked up to a pair of Martin Logan ESL-X speakers running full range. I'm playing lossless tracks from the only source component I had on hand, the Oppo 203. Sorry, I've got no vinyl here. I won't get too much into detail about how the speakers sound. I'll save that for another video. But the PM10 was able to keep tight control over both 8-inch drivers in each speaker, resulting in fast, quick, hard hits of kick drums and resolving the fine detail of a guitar pick or piano note. The noise floor was free of any buzz or hum, just clean, open airiness. And like many have said about Marantz's warm musical sound, I felt it came through in the music selections I've listened to as well. Nothing was harsh or fatiguing, just a sweet, wait a minute, now I'm getting into a speaker review. Just know the PM10 may very well be worth its asking price. It drove the ESLs to deafening levels without breaking a sweat. It's premium inside and out and should seemingly last a very long time. So who's this for? It's clearly aimed at the audiophile crowd, but simple enough to operate for those getting into 2-channel listening. It's head and shoulders above any mass market receiver I've heard, so if you've got the extra spare change, it may be worth a look. Now, if you're in the New York or Connecticut area, stop by and see our friends over at Value Electronics and give it a listen. Ask for Robert and tell him Shane sent you. Well, that's all I got for now. If you found the video useful, give it a like and let us know if you enjoy kicking back and listening to some 2-channel stereo, or are you a surround sound kind of person? Thanks for watching and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already.